Hello, my name is Stupidubins, and I simulated every possible combination of Pokemon 1v1s in the game. That is over 500,000 unique battles, to figure out who is the very best. In this one, I'm going to be going over the top 10 and win percentage in those battles. My methodology is in the description. Leave me your guesses in the comments on who's going to be in the top 10, and let's get started. At number 10, I have my favorite Gen 3 starter, Swampert. It has a win percentage of 78.2, which was 111th overall. I recently did a mathematical list of all type combinations, and water ground was 32 offensively and 34th defensively. This is just a really well-rounded mon. On a side note, I think Swampert is a mon that is overlooked when talking about mons that benefited from the physical special split. Like you have Gengar and Gyarados as the most famous benefactors, but Swampert having physical water moves to go along with its physical ground type moves is right up there. At number 9, I surprisingly have Groudon. Groudon had a win percentage of 78.6%, which was 106th overall. Mono Ground ranked 161st offensively and 71st defensively. My simulation does not take into account abilities, so it would probably give Groudon a better matchup into water types, but having your type be immune to one of the more prevalent types, about 11% of the decks in the game, and bird type is pretty bad. Number 8, I have Flygon. Flygon had a 78.7 win percentage, which was 104th overall. Ground Dragon ranked 25th offensively and 88th defensively. Ground mixed with another type that is not resisted by flying is one of the best offensive types in the game, and being 4 times weak to ice isn't that bad given there are so few ice type Pokemon. At number 7, I have Latias. Latias has a win percentage of 82.2%, which was 65th overall. Gen 3 must have so many good mons if Latias is at number 7. Dragon Psychic ranked 134th offensively and 161st defensively. Has really good bulk and gets over that 100 speed tier, but bad typing holds it back from getting even higher. At number 6, I have Metagross. Metagross has a win percentage of 82.8%, which was 62nd overall. Steel Psychic was 91st offensively and 39th defensively. I swear, pre-Steel Nerf Metagross is top in this list. They're beating everybody. At number 5, I have Latios. Latios had a 83.3 win percentage, which was 58th overall. Latios is essentially Latias, but its defensive and offensive stats are flipped. My guess is what happened here is Latios is able to pick up a few more one-shots that Latias couldn't, and that netted a few more wins and this spot on the list. At number 4, I have everyone's favorite flinch machine, Jirachi. Jirachi won 83.7% of the time and was 55th overall. Jirachi is the highest ranked mon with base 100 stats across the board. Also, I'm going to say I was wrong about Metagross. Pre-Steel Nerf Scarf Jirachi with Iron Head is beating everything 50% of the time. At number 3, I have Salamence. Salamence has a 83.9 win percentage, which is 51st overall. Dragon Flying is 104th offensively and 78th defensively. Here's something that I had never thought before making this video. Salamence is just Gyarados with a worse typing. They have similar stats, both have Moxie and Intimidate. The main edge Salamence has is it can be played both physically and specially, and it is a decent amount faster. Salamence therefore finished 51st overall, and Gyarados finished 30th. Before I get to number 2, I would like to admit something. Originally, at number 2, I had Slacking. This is because I don't use abilities in my simulations, and Slacking is much worse when you include its ability. And it's my list, and I didn't want Slacking to push my precious Swampert off the top 10. The actual number 2 is Kyogre. Kyogre has a win percentage of 88.2%, which was 25th overall. Mono Water is 151st offensively and 91st defensively. I know I sound like a broken record, but if this thing has its ability, it's easily a top 10 mon. Specs Kyogre in the rain will find you. Resists don't matter. Before I get to number 1, I want to note the 3 starters of this generation. Swampert was on top at 10th overall. Blaziken came in at 15th, and Sceptile was 48th, right behind Huntail and Chimecho. That's rough, buddy. The worst Mon this generation came in with a win percentage of 2.3%, which was good for 1024th overall, and that Mon is Feebas. I actually beat Pokemon Heart Gold at the Lever Clap, with Feebas playing a big part in the championship fight. If you want to see that, the link will be in the description. At number 1, I have Rayquaza. Rayquaza finished with a win percentage of 88.7, which was 18th overall. This honestly feels right. Rayquaza being over Kyogre and Groudon. Dragon Flying being a pretty mediocre typing and not hitting that 100 base speed threshold, I think holds Ray back from cracking the top 10 overall list, but still pretty good. That's my Gen 3 list. I'm going to continue with these series ranking every generation, so if you want to see what your favorite generation ended up like, make sure to subscribe. Thanks and goodbye.